Hey, what's going on, guys? EJ here, breathing fantasy football, literally. And man, I'm excited to do this stream. Excited to talk week 17. I didn't talk about week 16 at all last week. I talked about the Packers and the Browns game. Man, I was so off on that one in the terms of I was thinking Jawan Winfrey would do what Equanimous St. Brown did. Didn't happen. His ownership was a lot higher than I thought. Jawan Winfrey had like 5% ownership in the showdown slate. I didn't think he'd get that. A little shocked. Uh, the play there was Anthony Schwartz. That guy caught a couple passes and a touchdown, the $200 play. But man, I'm just thinking about the last time I did a stream and thinking about the plays I was on, off. Man, it's a lot of fun just trying to guess. It's all a guess game, man. We look at these numbers here and we try and act like we know what we're talking about. We're all experts, at least the guys that host other streams and have, I guess, PhDs in DFS. That was kind of the joke that one guy came on the channel was talking to me and Cha Cha about. It's all good, man. I'm improving. I feel like I'm learning as I grow with the channel. I'm glad I get a break. It's great for a guy like me that does this recreationally for fun. Man, I'm more comfortable on the camera. Every time I go to do a stream, it's like this is scary as shit to me sometimes. I don't know how people do it. They have chats. It's just not me, man. I don't know what kind of host I am. I don't know if I'll do this. Maybe I won't do it next year. I don't know. I like it. And so the more support we got, yeah, we can keep it kind of chill, man. 1 or 2 streams a week. I don't think I'm gonna go overboard on the showdowns next year. Yeah, I'll do a few as the playoffs come. There's so much skill play that is out there on the showdowns in the playoffs. Like a lot of guys just start blowing up, and so there's a lot of points to be looking for in the cheap areas on however you do your builds. I don't know, man. Let me take this off here. Just thinking. I got Sneak in the background. I got Jack on the side. Man, we're just hanging out and chilling here. It's a little dark. I like keeping it a little dark, man. Add a little light. Hey, Snake. I think Mom may be watching us somewhere. Oh, good, man. You guys want to look at a lineup? Let's look at some lineups. Week 17. Hey, what's going on? I got a couple friends jumping on. Hey, anybody wants to jump and talk, you're more welcome, man. You're more welcome to come on here, give me your tips. Some of the things you may know are, it's not like, hey, I need your help. Please come on the stream. Help me. No, it ain't like that at all, man. I'm just looking at this shit just like you. So let's see here. Let's play some chill trap beats by my boy Fox 3NT. What do you guys think, man? I'm trying to get him back in the labs. He's a good friend of mine that I work with. He's only got 35 subscribers. Hey, let's give him a thumbs up of subscribe. He straight murders these beats. He makes them all. He makes them himself, man. So just some little free promo for my boy Fox. Make sure it's not too loud. I'm always trying to adjust this. I just had a good. Hey, man, finally got to make it into the live stream. I always miss them. I appreciate your content, man, for real. Hey, for real? Hey, I appreciate it, man. A lot of things I share are probably like, hey, what? Why is he telling me to set Trevor Lawrence? Like, come on, man. Jonnu Smith this week? Well, what is that garbage? It's like the things that are like so low ownership that if they do smash, like look at Duke Johnson that just smashed 2 weeks ago. He had like a 0.08, and the guy got 28 points. You have that guy in your lineup, and you have everything else so optimal. I mean, maybe you don't even have to have it super optimal. You just have like Duke Johnson. You find a guy like that. Maybe find one of Trevor Lawrence's receipt. Dude hasn't thrown a touchdown in 4 weeks, man. So let's say Trevor Lawrence is not the QB. I mean, he's not a good play at QB. I'm not telling anyone to ever play him. But, man, if you really want to go deep, I don't know. I know people make just BS throwaway lineups, and it's like you're just wasting your time. No lineups to waste, man. You're sometimes going against projections, and you just never know what could happen. Dude was drafted first overall for a reason, man. I don't know if he's come on, man. He's got to have at least he's got 2 more games to do something, or 1 more game after Sunday. So yeah, these are the streams here, man. I'm just BSing, thinking on the top of my head. We're gonna set some lines. We're gonna look at. I'm gonna do a little different. I want to look at some of the actual matches and try and find some of these deep guys. I usually do showdowns. I do like 1 showdown in each slate just so that I can GaLaXy Brain look at some of the players. Because if you just scroll through, man, sometimes we just overlook some of these guys, even if we're just looking at it straight up on DraftKings. Yeah, I can pull up the Fantasy Labs. I don't know what you guys use for software. You use this stuff? Hey, sure, man. This is the first year I've been working with this. I'm learning it to a certain degree, and it's all good, man. I love numbers. I do numbers as a living. I love calculating pots. I deal poker, so I love looking at numbers. I love knowing when someone's betting a certain amount. It's so cool. I get a front row view. I don't know if anybody plays any poker, but I've been watching it for 7 years now. And these guys are making moves on each other. That's not any different than looking at plays on DFS. It really isn't, man. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, Treadwell, man, he's been like he's been getting so much volume. There's another guy I want to talk about. There's 2 guys I want to talk about that are really cheap in the 3K that I don't think many people are even looking at. But yeah, let's look at Treadwell, man. This guy is getting like an average of like 6 targets each game. And I'm surprised that you were wanting to say anybody going against the Patriots. But man, Patriots look like a super lock on defense. Like if they get 1 touchdown scored on them and they don't get maybe they get 4 sacks, but if they don't get a defensive score and they get a touchdown scored on them, that 3,900 is not a good play. We all know that. Let's see here. Let's look at try. I'm all hyped up, man. I've been looking forward to this stream. Looking forward to just hanging out with some of you guys. I love having my wife home. She's out of town right now, so hey, man, we're just hanging out. I got my dad. I always hang out with him. He stays close by. We're hanging out, watching a little football earlier. Then we were watching John Madden special. Man, it's going on right now. I want to watch John Madden special, but I want to be out here with you guys. Hey, if you guys get a chance, you got to watch that Madden special, man. I grew up playing Madden football. I grew up watching them when I was a big Packers fan, man. I love it. I love being personal with you guys. I don't care about this DFS sometimes. I love just hang out and chat. Of course, we'll look at some lineups, but deep down inside, I care about just meeting guys that want to just BS. Like, you guys know me. Those that have been talking to me outside of the stream, man, we'll trade information. We'll talk DFS. We'll share our sweats. I like that type of stuff, man. I don't know. Yeah, Madden and Summerall were goats, man. I'm 36. I was playing Madden football 94, 95. I was smacked right when you first could go online and play Madden 02, 03, 04 on the PlayStation. I was part of that first generation that was smashing other guys. I don't play Madden football anymore. I don't play video games. None against it. I don't know, man. I'm just not into it for the past few years. But, man, I hate to digress, but just knowing Madden, what happened recently, it is a topic that a lot of us talk about being football fans. Man, I remember 04 Madden. All you needed was Michael Vick. If you played with Michael Vick in 04, you were unstoppable. The guy had like 95 speed. It was like a glitch in the game, man. Where was I, Treadwell? Yeah, this dude's like snaps. I just want to see his numbers. He's playing every down. And what is his price? Is it 4,000? And let's highlight this game for a second. That's a new way I want to look at it. So let's see here. Man, what's been up with your defense lately there, Cha-Cha? Like the Pats D? Man, they give up a lot to Isaiah McKenzie. Like, can any one of these guys step up and be an Isaiah McKenzie? Could Treadwell? I don't know what he runs usually. I think I saw him catch a couple passes intermediate. But, man, his numbers, I'm going to go back to it. Sorry, I flipped through that too quick. I want to see what his projected ownership is, too. Yeah, 5 targets, 4 receptions, 50 yards. Last week, he's been hovering. Just needs a touchdown to meet that projection. He gets a touchdown in any of those games, he's getting you 16, 17, 18 points. Maybe a boost of confidence. If they could somehow score a touchdown on you guys, maybe he has a better game than just what we'll see here, like a 20-point game. Jordan Howard still had the most snaps last week. Are you talking about Jordan Howard or man, I don't know what to think of that game with Miles Sanders out. Boston Scott's such a small running back. Like, I feel like him and Kenneth Gainwell are like the same back. They're pretty small. Man, Boston Scott was a great showdown play last week. 10 points. I see like no ownership in Classic, so it means he had like no ownership in Showdown probably. Man, I don't know how Jordan Howard is even fantasy relevant, even though he got signed. Like, I'm surprised he's getting these snaps. Like, he has not been in the spotlight for like 2 years, right? I don't remember him playing at all last year, I don't think. But yeah, man, are we going to target the Washington football team? They just been getting smashed the past 2 weeks. Is that really the look to get a few guys? You guys know if this is the first time or second time following, I've been on Quez Watkins for like 9 weeks. I need to just bury him and not dig him up anymore. I just need to let him rest. I don't know if he'll even wake up at all, man. You almost want no part of it. Wouldn't even surprise me to play Howard and Scott the most. Gainwell vultures in the end zone. That's how DFS goes. Yeah, I don't even know how much they use Gainwell. I wish I could talk to my buddy who follows him religiously like I watch the Packers. I think it's time to jump on the St. Brown train. Are we talking about Amon-Ra, his brother? Amon-Ra St. Brown? Man, that train has already left like 2 weeks ago. But I mean, I'm not dissing you at all. I'm just thinking like it's not unique anymore. And going against Seattle, I don't know what to think of that game. A lot of times I stop and I think, and when I have conversations with people that don't play DFS, it's a great. When I'm working at the poker room, you got to be personal. You talk, you chit chat here and there. I'm talking to a guy that is like he's a 12th fan of the Seattle Seahawks. I guess he goes to every game. He gets sponsored, and he was talking to me about the Seahawks. He wears all his gear. This guy is like diehard Seahawks fan. And we were talking this week, and he's telling me, man, he's like, Russell Wilson is not leaving Seattle. So I was like, really? He's like, yeah, he's gonna probably try and ball out in the last home game. So that's what he's telling me, man. But it's like I love having conversations with people that don't know DFS because they just tell me. Like a few weeks ago, my mother-in-law was like, she's a diehard Bills fan. She was like, we got a couple defensive players that are out, and they were playing the Colts. And you know how many people faded Jonathan Taylor that week? She don't even play DFS. She's like, man, we're gonna get ran on this whole game. I'm like, What? I did not play Jonathan Taylor this week. She's telling me that and we all know how that turned out. So things like that, I love just shooting it with anybody, man. Don't you put that black magic on Quez Watkins. Man, I want Quez to pop. I got to play him every week. I'm playing him this week. I'm just slowly not. I just want him to pop, and then I'm done with it. It's like I want to pop his cherry and then have him just be like, hey, you're on your own now. But nobody's playing Quez. Nobody thinks it's not a bad play. Quez Watkins is never a bad play in terms of deep sleeper. I'm just so burnt out trying to play him because I play too much of him. When I play a guy, I usually try and swing so many ways with him. And when he's striking out the whole time, man, it sucks. Yeah, maybe this is the week where Jalen Hurts has to air it out more. Maybe the Skins defense, the run defense, steps up a little bit, especially with that blowout. I could see some things working along that. I was eyeing Lockett too, but don't think anyone's on the Seahawks this week. Man, why not? Let's look at some of these numbers. I want to look at these projections and kind of talk about them. We'll set some lineups. Man, my goal always is to set lineups with you guys. I love GaLaXy BraINing lineups. But, man, hey, if you guys want to have a chat and talk, I like that too. I just like talking with you guys. All right, let's look back at the whole picture here. So the highest projected quarterback of the week in terms of ownership is Dak Prescott. Man, I was actually thinking today, I was like, how is Kyler Murray's ownership? 4%? Man, this dude's got to wake up at least one of these games before going to the playoffs. And what better yet going against the Cowboys, knowing maybe they're going to draw some plays, some deep bombs against the Cowboys. They got to take some risks. They got to try and win this game. They still have a chance at the division. They got to do something, man. So I could see Kyler Murray trying to ball out. For his ownership being 4%, his price is cheaper than Brady. You can't say it's a bad play. He plays better on the road. I'm just looking at some of these other plays, looking at these guys that, man, if Kyler Murray somehow, this is a shootout to a certain degree where they're in the late 20s and Kyler Murray has a rushing touchdown and 2 passing and he's like 33 points, man, we can find an optimal lineup with that. But yeah, he hasn't been the same since he came back from the injury. But this Seahawks stack, where is Russell Wilson? 2% projection ownership? All these big guys. Stafford, Ravens, who just got blown up by Joe Burrow at 1% ownership projection. And Cam Newton, why is he even there? I think they're starting they're starting Sam Darnold. I saw that. Man, so what's the deal with Jimmy Garoppolo? Is he really not going to play? So Trey Lance looks like a lot of people have faith in him again. What do I see with Trey Lance? So he's 4,800. Am I going to get Josh Johnson value out of him, like what Josh Johnson did last week? Got 23 points for 5K. That's great. It's unfortunate that the other guy on the other side of the field doubled that basically with Joe Burrow. And he was only like 5,900. I can't believe I missed on Joe Burrow. I was so off on Burrow and Justin Jackson. I was like, man, there's no way Justin Jackson's just gonna get all the snaps. There's got to be some committee with bringing what's his name, Roundtree and Josh Kelly. I don't think they like Kelly, but Yeah, I think Lockett's due for a big game, man. Yeah, Trey Lance is 4,800. He's the third. I think he's going to end up being the highest. Draftkings, us DFS guys, we love running quarterbacks. We just automatically assume that. I mean, I don't know Trey Lance wants to be a pure. If he's what's he more known for, but yeah, we seen him do a lot. When he scored against the Packers, he had one play. He did some. I don't know what he did, a wildcat, and he ran it in. So yeah, there's some trickery stuff. He's gonna do like some Justin Fields esque. But man, he had a good game against the Seahawks, and then the Cardinals. Not bad for his first two games. Now he gets a softer matchup. At least the Texans kind of stopped Herbert last week, but it's still a softer match. It's probably, and since the Seahawks was like his first game, so, and now he got to watch from the sidelines for the past 8 to 10 games. I can see why people are on Trey Lance. It makes sense, man. If he does in fact play, I see a lot of opportunities where he's going to get the ball in probably good position. He's got amazing skill guys. You got Kittle and Samuel, so he's going to be able to move the ball down the field. He shouldn't. He should have more confidence. It's hard. I can't fade him. If he's playing, I can't fade Trey Lance. I'm not just want to say I know he's a chalk play. He has to be. It makes so much sense. He has opportunity to score more points than Prescott and Allen. He could. I'm not saying he's going to. We don't know how those games could turn out. But for the price, if he gets within 5 points from either of those guys, what you save from Dak Prescott is 1,900. What you save from Josh Allen is 3,200 points. You can move up from wide receiver 3 to wide receiver 1 in a lot of your flex spots. I don't know. I think I'm diving too much into it, but that's why I love playing cheap quarterbacks that have at least that 20 floor. I mean, at 20 ceiling. And they're saying his ceiling's like 32. That's amazing. You're fading Mark Andrews. Yeah, man. Mark Andrews has beasted so much that he's the most expensive tight end. And aren't they saying Lamar Jackson's coming back? So what I see with that is I don't even know how he had that one good game against the Colts with Lamar. Yeah. Man, a lot of people are fading Mark Andrews. He's got 1% projected ownership. I guess a lot of people think that they can find other value. So Dallas Goddard's at 13%. He's 5,100. He's kind of a what would you say a 5K tight end on Draftkings is? Like 45 to 5K. I feel like it's a tight end one, but a low. He's kind of on the cusp of being great, but he's like a good tight end too. But I don't know how someone would categorize that. Man, I was on this guy, Usoma, and now everybody's on him. Fuck. It's like a wave, man. Why are we now on Usoma? Because all the Bengals receivers went off last week, and he caught a few balls, but I know he had like 40 yards and like 4 catches. Yeah, he had 5 catches and 36 yards. So I guess everyone's thinking the same thing that I was thinking. I was on Usoma this week. I have a few builds looking at him. And Cole Kmet, that's another play. I want to look at that. I want to see. Just looking through at the tight ends here. Yeah, I don't know what a 5K tight ends categorized as. They're on the cusp of being elite. It's so hard to play a 7K tight end unless you know he's going to get you at least 20 points. At a minimum. You play anybody in the 6K up, you got to get you at least 20, man. Because you can find these guys in the 2K. Like, I like Jonu Smith for 2,500. I was preaching him. I didn't know what he would be like here. Where's he at? He's at 2% projected ownership. What's his snaps like? I haven't even looked that up. So he's getting 20 snaps. Against Buffalo, he played like the whole game almost. He sees the field a lot. I know you guys use him a lot. He caught a lot of red zone touchdowns last year for the Titans. But it seems like Hunter Henry's been that guy for you. Let me back out of this one. Just bouncing around. Look at some of the tight ends. Hey man, let's look at a lineup here. So I got this one lineup I did, and we're gonna go through and look at some of the matches. But man, you can't go wrong with a Tom Brady stack this week. You can't. And I don't know what to think of the running backs there. There's no way Le'Veon Bell does anything. So it's just Keyshawn Vaughn and Rojo. But is this a game where Brady wants to just control the game? Is it going to run through his hands? He only threw the ball 30 times last week. So if they get a big lead, or they just got to take it easy. If Zach Wilson makes a bunch of mistakes, is this a game where Tom Brady kind of sits back? Could it? I got him in this lineup. I'm not going to put him in the build that we're going to work on. This is a build that I looked at. I got Brady going to A.J. Brown and Perriman. So I'm thinking maybe not A.J. Brown. I was thinking Antonio Brown. Sorry, I don't have Antonio Brown in this lineup. Hey, but I put Tyler Lockett in this lineup. I like Lockett this week, like you were saying. Man, I see Russell Wilson. If this is his last game, we don't know, man. My buddy said it's not, but I think it could be Russell Wilson's last game in Seattle. There's something that has to change there. I don't know what it is, but man, he has not played that well this season, and he showed it a little bit last year. Russell Wilson had a few games that were like, what? He's only scoring like 10, 12, 14 points. I remember that. So Taysom Hill's back. So he's probably up there in ownership as well. 6K. I can't play Taysom Hill this week. Coming back off COVID. There's like some type of virus at the QB position in New Orleans. Oh man, I'm so off on trying to play the unknown quarterback from Notre Dame. Man, he was horrible. Ian Book, horrible. I hope he gets another chance, whatever that is, in the offseason to prove that he could try again in preseason. But that dude's never gonna play another game, probably for the Saints. That was pretty bad. What the heck do I know? That was his chance, man. So let's look. I always like finding a good quarterback. So after we look through this lineup, I got A.J. Brown. I went with the correlation with A.J. Brown and Waddle, man. I don't know what to think of that game. I was kind of on the Titans defense a little bit, so I'm not sure. Noah Fant as a tight end, 4,400. We haven't seen Drew Lock just move the ball down the field yet. So if somehow he did have a good couple fantasy games last year. Drew Lock was playable last year, and he never went over like 5,500. So it sucks that maybe it's been too late with him. He sat on the bench too much this year. So he may not have enough games to give us a high 20-point game. This is a game where he could do it in terms of being behind, having to air the ball out, and he likes the tight end. Noah Fant's not a bad player. I wonder what his projection is. Man, he has like 1% ownership projection? What? This is totally a game where Herbert bounces back. Has Herbert had a game where he's been bad consecutively back to back? I think with Herbert, it doesn't matter usually what defense he faces. He's done well against any defense for the most part. I know he got shut out against the Patriots last year. He had a couple blunders this year against the Vikings. I see here 13 points. And the Ravens 12, Patriots 15. With the Browns, Steelers, and he did well against the Broncos. So I wonder how Teddy Bridgewater did in that game. They only scored 13 points, so he didn't do that good. But man, if Drew Lock can get us 1 or 2 touchdowns and Noah Fant gets like 5 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown, that's almost 20 points. That's 19 points. 19, I'll take 19 for 4,400. It's a low-end tight end one. So I still like Font. I'm going to keep him in this lineup. We're going to take Brady out, Perriman. I still like Lockett. I'm thinking if I want Lockett or DK Metcalf. But we're going to take them out for now. I'm going to take out A.J. Brown and Waddle. Let's leave it at this for now. You got a weird feeling about Denver holding Herbert down? Is Denver in playoff contention? I mean, they technically are, but Herbert, the Chargers are in way bigger playoff potential than the Broncos, so I don't know what to think there. Oh, you guys agree with each other? Hey, that's good, man. But why would the Broncos hold down Herbert? How has he done against them last year too? I want to see if there's a reason why there's a trend. Is there a trend? Does he play well against the Broncos? Does he play well in the division? Seems like he plays well against the division. Because I remember watching that game against the Chiefs, and he had a good game. So last year, his first game against the Broncos, he got 23 fantasy points. Then at home, he had 16. Then earlier this year, he had 24. So holding Herbert down. I don't want to play Herbert this week. I'm just trying to see if there's a way where the Chargers establish a bigger lead so that Drew Lock has to throw the ball more than handing it off to Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon so that we can see Noah Fant get like 7-8 targets. And because none of those receiving options for the Broncos have done anything this year. Really, has anyone been optimal? Nobody. I don't even think Jerry Jeudy has a touchdown yet, or Cortland Sutton. I think neither one of them has found the end zone. I know they've been out with injuries, but the fact that the 2 top guys, I don't think they have. I want to see that. Let's look at that. And you guys are probably like, EJ, why do we care if they scored? Jeudy has 0 touchdowns for the year. Man, I'm not saying to play these guys. I'm just so curious to what the heck happened. So Cortland Sutton's coming back from that ACL. Didn't he tear his ACL? Oh, he has 2 touchdowns. When did he get them? Like first game of the season, week 5 and week 6? Well, geez, that's still not that much. He started out pretty good. Has he missed a game? No. He's just – the quarterback play hasn't been good. Just like bouncing around, chatting with you guys. There's no rhyme or right reason or order. You guys know how it is, man. Let's look at this. How has Sutton played against the Chargers? Or how has he played recently? Yeah, I'm not liking these numbers with him. Two years ago, he had a good game against the Chargers at home, though. And on the road, he caught a touchdown against the Chargers in 2019. Yeah, he had a better year. I don't know how you can play any of the receivers. I was looking at Noah Fant. But, man. Antonio Brown's projected ownership's 40. He's almost projected 50% ownership. I'm not that high on Antonio Brown. I know he had 10 catches and like 12. And I know he's going to be a focal part of that offense. But man, what if it's or don't tell me this is a game where Tom Brady. I'm still on Tom Brady, but don't tell me this is a game where Tom Brady gets. You remember how last year he played the Lions and he had like 4 touchdowns. He was perfect before the half, and they benched Tom Brady because they were up by like 5 touchdowns. And here comes guy who backs up Tom Brady, the former Jaguars quarterback. So he comes in, and so is Tom Brady going to just totally smash the Jets? Is Antonio Brown just a good play because of the price is 61? Why did DraftKings not price him to like 68? Why is he? Why is DraftKings? I feel like they do this on purpose, man. I'm starting to see like, why is this guy not? Why is he? Oh wait. Only 6,100. They know that Godwin's out. They know that Evans probably might not play. I'm a little upset that he's that cheap because then it makes it everyone's just like, oh, this is such an easy play. Let me just play Antonio Brown. Everybody's doing it. 50% almost. God. And Amon St. Brown, he's 20%. So that train has left, man. He's got 24 points, 15, 23, 26. Oh, but they would sure bench him if they had a huge lead. They did it last year against the Lions. They said, hey, Tom Brady, you're done, man. We got this game in the books. So I don't know if Zach Wilson's going to come out and just – he had a good game last week and he had a good fantasy game. The dude threw like 100 yards. He had that big Russian. I saw that play. That was nasty. Yeah, that's true. I guess Tom is gunning for the MVP. So if he does have a say in it, maybe he's like – but if the Bucs do get a huge lead, maybe they won't. Maybe Zach Wilson finds a way to get in the end zone once or twice. I don't even look up, man. I always tell myself, EJ, you need to be on top of it. You need to look up all the players that are back from COVID. You need to go and see who's back from the defense side of all the teams so that you can tell some of the friends that you chat with on the channel that – so, man, I can't do it. I wish I could look more into it. Man, that's not – I just like hanging out, chatting with you guys and looking at some things. Yeah, I wish I knew more. Maybe one day if I was doing this, like I work a full-time job still, so I'm out hanging out. being married's a full-time job that I enjoy. So, man, I ain't got that much time for DFS, but I want to have more time. I do love hanging out with you guys here. And I like chatting. I don't know of any other streams where they're just chatting. I was watching a channel earlier today, and I was sitting back just trying to support it, and I was thinking, man, these guys are like, they had a unique idea, and I was like, man, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to just sit and chat and chat and chat, and it's like, let's just look at some lineups. At least I'm trying to break down some plays with you. All right, who gave me this one? Bears D. Was that you, Cha-Cha? Someone gave me Bears D, I think. And yeah, I think it was you. And I'm thinking, dude, another guy I talked to at the poker room said Robert Quinn needs one more sack to get the all-time Bears, or to pass it. He needs like 2 sacks to pass the all-time Bears sack record held by some guy in the 80s. I don't remember, but hey, I mean, you got Mike Glennon at QB. Is it Bears D? Who's the chalk D? If I had to take a guess of who the chalk D, it's the Patriots. I think the Bears are in the top 5. They gotta be. Let's look at it. Bears are the chalk D. That makes sense. 14. Actually, I'm surprised they're higher than the Patriots. What? I like Tennessee defense. I totally see them being like, Miami, we're going to stop you. So the little run you had is over. Tua, I got to go back to my boy Pete. Tua, man, when I see him do that release with the left hand, it's just so different to watch. I don't know if it's bad or good. It doesn't look good. I don't know. He did make a couple good throws against the Saints D. He did move it down a few times. That's not an easy defense to go down the field, but Waddle he's been great, man. So I don't know what to see there. I think I could see Tua getting shut down on third downs a few. Maybe that Miami rushing game, it's not that good. But, man, all their guys are healthy for the most part, at least all their skill players. You got Jaceki, you got Parker back. He didn't do anything. Neither one of them really did anything last week. But it's Tennessee defense. I like Tennessee defense. I see this as they need to make a statement. They need to try and win the division. It's another one of those where it should be a low-score game. It's so hard to not play Waddle. This slate is so like, do I want to play Jonathan Taylor and Cooper Kupp and just those matchups on paper look pretty good? Or do I want to pay down and get other guys in the 6-7K range and kind of load up on that? Where do I want to go? I don't know. So Bills defense, 10%. Colts are at 8% projected. Chargers, all these mid 3Ks. Giants D. Who's a pure fade? Like, who's just everyone just fading? Nobody's touching the Bengals D. I like Raiders D, man. Me and Cha-Cha were talking about Raiders D. Me and him were talking about Jonathan Taylor maybe being a fade. Especially if Carson Wentz is out. I want to look at that too. When was that? When did Wentz not play? I thought he missed a game. Did Wentz miss any games this year? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just GaLaXy BraINing, just looking at things. Yeah, I think Wentz played every game this year. Yeah, that would be a contrarian play looking at Josh Jacobs and the Raiders D. But has Josh Jacobs smashed? He has not smashed yet this year, man. I want to look at it though. I don't know if the value of Carson Wentz not playing is because it seems like they're getting their tackles and their offensive line back, so that even helps a little bit more for the Colts. But man, yeah, Jacobs, he's had his best game against Washington, 24 points. But they got a lot of guys that are back healthy from at the running back spot. How many? What was his snaps like? He's playing like 70%, 80% of the snaps. He's been coming on. Raiders have been feeding him, and they don't have many options. No, they don't. Well, I don't know if Derek Carr is playing, how that affects Jacobs. How does that affect the play call? I almost forget how the run game is with Mariota at quarterback. Because I heard some things that Mariota might be playing. Let's look at that. What does the latest news say about Derek Carr? So it says he's playing. Full participant. Derek Carr is ass, so it's probably a dub. Hey, man, he airs the ball out. I remember when I played Deshaun Jackson. He caught that one touchdown pass, like 22 fantasy points in the Thanksgiving slate. That was nasty. I totally played him in the Thanksgiving slate, man. With that promotion they did at captain, but man, it didn't pay that much. Next time I see a promotion on DraftKings, like if you play this certain player in this certain spot, you could win a share of $100,000. Have you guys seen that? And I did, and I hit the share, but it was only $80. I only won $80 extra on playing Deshaun Jackson in the captain. Kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. So let's see here, man. The defense. Let's roll with that Titans D. I was totally on the Titans D as well. I like that play. Quarterback, I'm still not sure where I want to go. I want to put Noah Fant back in there. I know you were saying you're fading Keenan Allen. Oh, I missed a couple plays in the chat. Diggs and Ertz pop on paper to me. Man, have you guys seen Diggs' latest interview on Pat McAfee's show? I always watch Pat McAfee. It's one of those, you can get a lot of information just hearing the players talk. It's pretty cool, especially since Rodgers goes on it every week. I love seeing him just chilling and chatting. So once again, guys, it's EJ breathing fantasy football. Literally, I'm just chilling. I'm actually really chilling tonight. I haven't been setting much lineups as I would like to. Yeah, I like Diggs. They have all the guys back. I did a showdown, a couple showdowns. I could pull up the show. I don't know if you guys play showdowns at all, but I like setting showdowns just to get me in the ballpark of where I want to be at with finding some of these plays. Speaking of this game, let's look at this game because I want to show you a run back that I like from Atlanta. I don't know why I like this guy, but he's been popping off on me. Kamara, Keenan, and DK are 100% phased for me. Their prices compared to the performances are horrible. It's a 14-game slate. Too many better options. I agree. Yeah, I don't know why DK does not come down on these guys. There's just some things like they're doing it on purpose. They want to create – they know what they're doing. It's like they want to make this guy always expensive because they just want to do it, man. Same with Antonio Brown. They know they underpriced him 100%. Why is Brandon Cooks always so chalky? I feel like he is always so chalky. So I want to look at this play. Putting Diggs in here. I love me some Diggs. How cold is it going to be in Buffalo? I know the Packers game is 8 degrees. So what are we looking at here? Bills, 24 degrees, foggy. Foggy? I don't know. I mean, it just says a word. I don't know if it's actually going to be foggy. Is that bad? I would think so. Huh. Maybe we should be a little hesitant on the whole Stephon Diggs thing. If it's foggy, or is he good? Is it short pass? I know he gets some short throws as well. I can see Gabriel Davis, if he's active, he's not a good play. I'm trying to think of guys that get deep throws. Dawson Knox usually gets a couple deep ones. Who's Kenny Yeboah? I don't know who that is. Yeah, I don't know what's up with man, there's something wrong. I'm a little sad to see the Taylor Heineke experiment probably coming to an end. I was loving the dude. I hope he still gets another chance in camp next year. He thinks like he's a veteran quarterback. I see that with him, but man, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Hey, that fog that it's saying with Buffalo, I want to look that up. Possible snow on Sunday. Is that where the fog comes into play? Yeah, it's getting cold. It's dropping quick in Buffalo that whole weekend. Hey, I live in Florida, man, so I have to look up these numbers. I don't know that it's cold right now. I don't know where you guys are at. It's freaking nice and warm here, and I hate to rub it in. I'm sorry, guys, but I love living down here in Florida. Not doing it on purpose. So let's look back at this. I don't know about Diggs, man. I got to leave him out for now. I do like Diggs, but somehow the weather, I don't know what to think of it. I know those have a lot of factors. They really do. What's Diggs look like in projected ownership as well? He's probably low owned, I would take a guess. 4% projected ownership. Leverage 18, I don't know what that means. 98%. I don't know what those numbers mean. But man, Diggs has not had that smash game like he had a few times last year. Like not just a few times. against the Patriots, 44 points. I remember that. That was a night game. 27, 27, 32, 25 last year. I'm just naming numbers. He hit 30s once this year. I think the Bills D is like, sounds like a good play. 4%, give me that all freaking day. Yeah, of course, man. I like that percentage. But does this 4% projected ownership, do they know about the fog? Do they know it may be dropping in possible snow showers? Does the ownership knows that? Is that why it's at that number? I feel like people just don't want to play Diggs because he hasn't really popped. I don't think the fog has anything to do with that. That's just me thinking that. It almost gives me another reason not to play him. I don't know why I'm trying to fade Diggs. He's got Beasley back. He's got Gabriel Davis back. Man, he couldn't blow up last week. He had to let McKenzie steal some of the spotlight. McKenzie blew up last week. A 10x play, man. I was on him a little bit. I wish I was on him. I was on him so much last year in week 17 when McKenzie blew up. How do you feel about Zeke? Zeke? Man. I don't know what to think about that duo. I think if Kyler Murray has a good game, we're going to see the Tony Pollard show. I want to play Kyler Murray. What's his ownership at? Like 2% we saw? I just wish it'd come down on Pollard, like back to 5,200. He needs to stop being this high. But Zeke, man, 7,100. He's barely playing 60% of the snaps. I don't know what to think about Zeke. What the heck? Oh, my dream's online. Oh, yeah. I'm like, who the heck are you? Bye. Only optimal twice this year. Both times had to be 2 TD games. I could never play Josh Allen right. That's like me playing Tom Brady, man. Yeah, but Pollard has not been like a smash play at all really this year. In Showdown, he has a couple times. Because I think in Showdown, they get his price a lot better than they do. He's just priced too high, man. He's priced higher than A.J. Dillon. And sometimes I think A.J. Dillon's a better play than Pollard recently. Sometimes. But, yeah, Pollard's a good running back. Projected ownership 0.5. That's pretty, man, I don't know what to think. So Jamal Williams has no ownership, and this guy is the de facto running back for the Lions, right? Is what's his name coming back? I'm going to go back to this Atlanta-Buffalo game. I want to talk about a receiver I like for the Falcons. But you guys know I bounce around. I'm up here just chatting with you guys. The more people in the chat want to talk, the more I like to talk. The more I don't set lineups, I guess. But hey, that's cool, man. We're just chilling, hanging out. Oh, I was just talking about Trey Lance. I'm on Trey Lance. If he's actually playing, man, I'll take the 20 points. I love getting a guy that's 5K and gets you 20 points. I'm okay with that. I'll run that the whole time. Because if he gets you more than 20 points, it's a gift. I could totally see this guy trying to prove that we need to roll with me next year. Let's let Jimmy Garoppolo go. This is my chance to prove you I'm getting the softest matchup I've had all season. I've only played 2 games, but, man, I could see Trey Lance trying. This is a chance for him to prove why he was drafted so so early. Second overall, right? I'm just thinking here. What was I about to look up? Oh, that's right. I was gonna look up. Gotta find the team. Total brain fart. Oh yeah, that's right. To see if Swift. So Swift is back. That's why everyone's off Jamal Williams. Practice fully Wednesday. Swift appears ready to end his 4-game absence. So how much has his price dropped since he's been gone? His price dropped around an average of $1,000. That's pretty good. But the thing is he going to be the de facto running back now? Right? Are they going to give him a timeshare? They got nothing to play for. Don't they want to lose? Don't they? I mean, nobody ever wants to lose, but man, what are they playing for? Are they playing for possibly first overall pick? Is there a good quarterback coming in the draft? I don't follow college football. I don't know. I don't know what they're playing for. I'm thinking like, are the Lions going to show up? I think Pollard's taking so much work away from Zeke to even have a chance to be awful. Zeke has 2 TD games this week and only 21 points. Yeah, Zeke's not getting like the bonuses. He's not getting the 100-yard rushing bonus, I don't think. Yeah, Zeke's price way too high, man. What was he, 7,100? I'd roll with Joe Mixon at that price. Joe Mixon's right around the same price. If you pay down for a guy like Trey Lance, you could fit so many builds of like guys better than Zeke. I'm not on Zeke, man. I think Kyler Murray's gonna put some points up, so I think it's gonna change up the script. But they may roll more Pollard. I don't even know if Pollard's gonna have a good game, but it's gonna take away from Zeke. I think Pollard's gonna see the field a little bit more than he did last week, and he didn't see it that much, man. When they're blowing out the WFT. So I see why you were talking about Monra St. Brown. So all these guys are on the COVID list. Khalif Raymond. Man, this makes me want to just rock the Seahawks D for once. The Lions placed Raymond on COVID today. And Josh Reynolds did he play at all last week? Yeah, he did. So he's on COVID. Maybe he'll come back. Cephas. He's activated from injured reserve. He has cleared, so Quintez Cephas will be back. So it looks like it's just a Monra and Cephas. And Cephas is like a slot guy. It seems like the slot hasn't really been that great of a play from the Lions. I know they switched Monra St. Brown from the slot to the outside, and he's just been balling. I was so upset with Monra. I played him one time this year. Like, I went hard on him, and he got 0 for 0. No targets. I played him at the worst time against the Rams. But, man, he's just been on fire. His target, double-digit target the past 4 weeks. It's the first – well, his prices went up each week. Ooh. Hey, thank you for chatting a lot, Cha-Cha. I appreciate your support, giving me things to talk about with you guys. I like Swift a lot. Playing running backs against Seattle and Chargers has been treating me well this all season. I'm keeping a close eye on the Lions running back and Denver running backs this week. Man, I'm just thinking out loud. I try and come up with a game script. I just hope some of the game scripts we come up with, we talk about this certain way, and we can fit it into the puzzle that makes sense. We're not going to get all the pieces right, but if we can find one that mostly fits. It's great. So Monra St. Brown. Man, everybody's on him. But there's no reason for him to. But what Seahawks crowd is going to show up? Is the 12th man going to just? How has? Ooh, I want to look this up. How has Jared Goff played in Seattle? I want to see that number. Now that's a number that okay, EJ. Let's look at that number. That makes a lot of sense. How has Jared Goff played in these conditions? He's played them a few years, being for the Rams. I want to see how he's played. He's not been good. So last year in the playoffs, right? Wasn't the playoffs? Yeah. Had that 10-point that was at Seattle. And then a few weeks before that, he had 10 points as well. This was with the Rams, and he had that stacked offense with Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. And they had Cam Akers last year. I don't know, man. And he's coming back from the COVID list. And a revenge game no one's talking about is Tannehill against Miami. I don't know how many times he has played Miami since winning the starting job at Tennessee, though. So, yeah, looking at this one last time, Jared Goff has went down playing against Seattle. I can see them waking up. I see the defense possibly waking up, man. So Jared Goff, if he truly struggles to even do anything, I can see Monra St. Brown, maybe Jamal Adams. Just that whole crew just wakes up one last time at home. I think I got to fade Monra St. Brown. I'm not trying to find a reason to, but Jared Goff is. What does he need to get? He has to. I mean, Monra would have to get a touchdown for that chalk play to really work. 18, 20 points. What a 3x on a 6K. 3x it isn't really optimal. It's serviceable. Should you do Kittle and Debo in the same lineup with Trey Lance? I mean, you can. Let's build that. I need to go back to what I love doing. Let's look at a lineup with trying to go with Trey Lance. Do you mean do you think Trey Lance could be optimal for a triple stack so early? I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know about triple stacking him because he runs. I could see him getting a rushing touchdown and 1 or 2 passing, and maybe if he splits them, maybe Debo gets 1 and he throws it to Juwan or Brandon Ayuk. George Kittle has cooled off lately, but his price tag hasn't. He has definitely cooled off the past 2 games. How are Texans against those skilled positions? So the Texans haven't given up over 24 points to the tight end position since October. So the last 8-10 games, the most they've given up was 16 points to the tight end spot at any game. The Dolphins and then the Seahawks. Last week it was against the Chargers. It gave up 17 points. And the Chargers love to throw the tight end. Yeah, I can't triple stack him. You guys are right, man. You could almost do just a naked stack with Trey Lance. Debo, I guess I want to look at how Trey Lance, what he did. When did he play? Week 5 and 4 was like really his games. Man, that was the same time when Justin Fields took over. I totally thought it was going to be, here it is. Here's Fields and Trey Lance. We're going to see them for the rest of the year. But the 49ers switched back. And I thought Trey Lance was more ready than Justin Fields. At least he was ready for that system in San Francisco. And they didn't pull the trigger, so now he's getting his chance. You guys know, man, I love playing a cheap quarterback. That's my go-to bread and butter. I was all over Josh Johnson last week. It was a great play, but it just wasn't the nuts. And I didn't do that well last week. Even when I played him, I had too much James Robinson. Had him in at least 50% of my builds. I just thought this is a smash spot. And Dare Ogunbowale at least got in the end zone after the injury. So, yeah, the injury just sucked, man. It could happen to anybody that we play any week. So, week 4 and 5, let's look at Debo. Was he even playing? Was he hurt? No, he played. He smashed week 4 against the Seahawks. That was with Trey Lance. And week 5, he had 9 targets. So Debo's price is through the roof, man. $8,700. He's basically that Cooper Kupp price. Yeah, I like Joe Mixon, man. If you're looking to play like Zeke, I'm totally on Mixon for that price. So, yeah, Zeke 71, Mixon 75. Sure, let's put him in there. Let's put Debo in there too. I could even fit Cooper Kupp in this lineup if I really want to chase another 30-point Cooper Kupp game. All right, I want to go back to this Falcons play that I want to look at. There's a receiver that I want to look at really quick. Yeah, this guy, Olamide Zacchaeus. Has he been good lately? No. Does he have potential? Yeah. Is this a game where I think I don't know what to think of with the fog. I know we're trying to see if Stephon Diggs would be a good player or not. Just do me a favor and play 0 Van Jefferson this week. Man, I don't know how they feel about him since they had to go so fast to get Odell. Yeah, I thought he'd end up being a great play, man. But Zacchaeus for 3,600, if somehow the fog's not that bad and we want to run some Stephon Diggs stacks and you don't want to run Cordell Patterson or you don't want to run Kyle Pitts, man, nobody's on this guy. And you see his snaps, he plays every down, and he's not that bad of a receiver. He's had a couple good games. He had a good game against the Saints. But he played 40 snaps out of 46 last week and 37 out of 59. He's seeing the field more than 50%. And I think Matt Ryan needs just one touchdown to pass somebody in 9th place in passing touchdowns. I don't know. I know that Falcons aren't playing for really anything. So maybe they're playing spoilers, seeing if they could somehow get a game on the road. It's a horrible matchup for them, coming from a dome team to the elements dropping in the 20s, snow chance. So Can I say Olamide Zacchaeus is a great play? No. But is it like a 1% ownership, less than 1% projected ownership? Yeah. DK has his price jacked up too much. His ceilings, his ceiling, even when he's getting TDs, is like 15 points, let alone OBJ there now. I'm not paying over 5K for a receiver. Hey, thanks for pointing that out, man. I need you to help me guide me in the right direction. I started talking about plays that just don't make no sense, but that's what I like looking at. I like GaLaXy BraINing things nobody's even talking about. That's the niche I want to be in doing the streams. Let's look at that. Why is Van Jefferson so high? 5,300? What the heck, man? But with this lineup, Cooper Kupp, if I wanted to run a Debo and a Kupp with a Mixon and a Trey Lance, is Noah Fant? Am I still on Noah Fant? I think he can get 19, 20 points if he gets a touchdown. What about, we were talking about Laquan Treadwell for 4K. Let's find him in here. Trevor Lawrence has to get at least one. Is it so hard to ask for? Lawrence, can he at least just get one more touchdown before the season ends and throw it to like Treadwell? We just need you to throw one touchdown. You haven't thrown one in 4 games. Is that so much to ask for, man? All right, after I do this lineup, I got to do a mindful breath, man. You guys can join me if you want, or you can take a break, use the restroom, whatever, man. I got to do a mindful breath, and we'll try and look at another lineup for another few, maybe 20, 30 minutes. Mooney, Wilson. I'm just looking through here at all the plays around the 5K. I love 5K plays. What about Kirk, man? I want to be on Kyler Murray. Let's say I'm on Kyler Murray, but I'm not playing him. I'm just on one of his skilled plays. Who's one of his receivers that could smash? Kirk he's been the guy the past 3 weeks with Hopkins out. Like, this is the new receiver one rule. So he had an off game against the Colts. Maybe is he going to be lined up against Diggs? Is Diggs going to be shadowing him? So does that make Ertz? I know one of you guys were talking about Ertz. Chase Edmonds is going to sneak in and get all the touches again. Hey, Edmonds looked good. I was watching part of that game. To start out the game, he was definitely lighting it up, man. That was like his best game of the year. I know he just came back from injury. You guys see this? Cam Akers is back. So what do we think about that, man? Is this guy even going to see the field? There's no way I'm ever playing him because they got the other 2 guys that are healthy. But, hey, good to see him back. And what is Chase Edmonds' price? Oh. So is Connor playing? Non-participant. Yeah, I don't see Connor playing. Man, the Cardinals need to find a way to win this game if they somehow can. 5,700 for Edmonds. He's totally playing. Practice on a limited basis. Yeah, Ertz. Let's see here. Edmonds, man, you can't fade Edmonds in this lineup. So if I put Edmonds and Mixon in here, I need a Kansas City run back. I think I got to take Kupp out. Is Jamal Williams, like, can we run? Is Edmonds and Darrell Williams like a better play? And why are they ever going to price T. Higgins over Jamar Chase? It's just crazy how, and he had that bad game the week before. Man, how was I not on this play? I wasn't on Higgins at all. I was on Usoma last week. Now everybody wants to be on Usoma this week. We're all going to jump ship on T. Higgins. I don't like playing a guy that just blew up. It's never been my thing. That's a bad thing to be stuck in if you're a DFS player. And I think that's my crutch. One of my crutches for playing. So is Mike Evans back? He ran routes and was on the receiving end of passes from practice today. But it isn't official, but Evans looks like he's cleared league protocol. So if Evans is back, that's pretty big. I think he'll be out there. He has 899 yards. He just needs 101 to break 1,000. Could he just get 100 yards in this game? Man, he'd be like a super low-owned play. People are doing their builds already. They're not thinking Evans. It doesn't even look like Fantasy Labs even has him as someone you could use. I can't even look up Mike Evans' numbers. 7K, though? Let me pull Treadwell out. I do like Treadwell. There's another. So if Ryan Tannehill, if he has that revenge game, A.J. Brown's a smash play. What about this Des Fitzpatrick 3K minimum? This guy, so if Julio Jones, I don't think Chester Rogers, he's like a deep threat. Could he have like another deep play? Like we didn't really see anything against the Dolphins last week. There was one play, I think Lil Jordan Humphrey had that like 60-yard catch and run. But he's not like a fast, speedy guy like Chester Rogers. Man, if A.J. Brown plays, he's going to get like so many targets. This is definitely a revenge game. How can I fit A.J. Brown in this lineup? Ooh. And do I take Titans D out if I'm rolling A.J. Brown, go A.J. Brown and Waddle? I want to do that so bad. I love that combination. Both teams are going to be playing their heart out. They're both on highs. They're both playing pretty well. They have confidence. I don't like Tua necessarily, but Tua likes Waddle. And he's setting records as a rookie, man. Not much I could do here if I did these two guys. I have to pay down at Noah Fant. So let's take Noah Fant out. Yeah, they gave up on him. I agree with that, man. Kind of sounds similar to the Carson Wentz situation. Who else is okay at? You guys know I like Johnny Smith. I'm not going to put him in this lineup necessarily. I mean, I could. I want to see what I can get, though, if I did. I mean, that's my sneak play. Defense. Let's roll with the Bears D, 3,700. Ooh, you can get another sneaky, flashy, deep threat receiver play. Nah, I can't play Jonah, man. Not in this lineup. I feel like that's something. I don't know why I want to be on him, man. I don't know why. Zach Ertz, yeah, that's a good play. Let's see what Zach Ertz looks like. And then we got to pay down the. No, then if I run Zach Ertz, I got Chase Edmonds. I got to totally look at that, doing that correlated stack there. Man, it's so hard to just find the perfect stack. This is what we do, setting lineups, man. We don't know the answers. None of us know what's going to happen. We could just scream and shout, dude, you can play this guy. This is the no. We could just sit here and say it all day. What's it going to accomplish? We can be mindful and have some fun, just chill out. So if I'm on Olamide Sakay, why do I want to be on this game that has potential fog and snow? I don't know why. I feel like Matt Ryan wants to try and play well. I don't know. The Bills D should be like a lock defense to play. Yeah, let's put that Bills defense in. Let's take out Ertz. So Cameron Brate, what's up with him? I know he scored last week. Nah. What's going on, guys? Mike Evans playing better. Oh, him playing is better for Antonio Brown. Yeah, I was wanting to play some Rashad Perriman, but it doesn't look like that is a route we're going to be going. Everyone wants to find that cheap tight end play. Ricky Seals-Jones.
It's a joy to work out.
What happened to Taylor Heineke, man?
Best price ever, $39 a month. All access membership separate. Terms apply.
What's his projection? What are people thinking about Ricky Seals? He has no projected ownership. At 3,300, it's like a sorry, guys. Ran through all my beats. Let me put them back on. You like Bill's defense? I honestly think I might pay up for New England and Buffalo defense a lot. Like I said, Discord, Belichick's record against rookie QBs is flawless. Didn't he shut out the Chargers last year? He did. And yeah, why am I don't know why. I am a dark horse. I love to try and be like when people are like, oh my God, how did that happen? And I like to be the guy that's like, I was on that play. I played the guy nobody wanted to touch. I don't know why I do that. 99% of the time it fails, and the 1% it does, I get it right, but I get nothing else right. Let's say I play Trevor Lawrence and he gets 4 touchdowns this week. I'm going to miss on the running back and the receiver, and is just a waste. But yeah, it's hard to. They're obviously great plays, especially with the cold coming in December. The winter playing up there, Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence going up there. He has not played good all year. Of course, it's not a great play. I mean, playing the defense is an amazing play. Ricky Seals-Jones. He's like a pivot off Usoma, right? Same price. Let's say you get that price right, but you get the wrong guy, and it's actually Ricky Seals-Jones. So you're on this Jared Pinkney guy? What happened to there wasn't there another guy named like Bright or something for the Lions? Right, yeah, so he's out. COVID. This guy hasn't even played, man. I like guys like this, though. But Jared Goff has been horrible against Seattle. And I was shocked to see Seahawks D, their projected D, is actually 2% projected ownership. Like the Seahawks get a defensive score and they hold the Lions to 13 points. That's going to be up there unless New England gets a defensive score as well, which is highly possible. Paying up for them is it's worth it. So let's take Brown and Waddle out. Let's say that that's a low-score game, man. Dang, it's taking me 2 hours to set a lineup. I'm usually not this slow. I am a slow guy, but I'm usually not this slow. I just like hanging out. I love seeing the chat live and talking. You guys are writing your plays. And you know what? It's easier. If you guys are back there setting your own lineups and you got me on the side and you're on your computer or whatever, it is easier to just look at lineups. I could be looking at lineups, but I'm the one talking and hosting, so I should be knowing my shit. I know, man. Just BSing. Yeah, Devontae Parker, how is he not in the 4K range after last week? Like, he actually went up. He totally went up in price, and he had no targets. Yeah, so to foreclosure on the Jared Pinkney, I can't play him, man. Hey, I think I may play him in may fire him up in a showdown. But for $2,500, I'm playing Jonnu Smith. If there's a $2,500 play, I'm playing Jonnu Smith. So let's look at and you know what? Since you gave me a $2,500 guy, I'm putting in Smith. Just want to see if I can find something. Whoop. I'm gonna play some other tunes in the background. You guys got anything you want to listen to? Tell me some of your favorite music you like. Maybe I'll listen to it off on the side and pull some things out. I like just hanging out with you guys, man. All right, here we go. I do like this look with Trey Lance, Debo, Chase Edmonds. I like Joe Mixon. So can we find a Kansas City run back? We need a Kansas City run back. Patrick Mahomes is going to he's going to find one guy that's optimal. Is it Kelce? Do we need to go there? I know he just blew up and then had COVID. So is he going to just pick up to where he left off? How are the Bengals defense against some of those skill spots? Dang, the Bengals are atrocious to the tight end lately. The 49ers, George Kittle, he went off. Broncos went off. Ravens went off. Raiders did 5 weeks ago. So yeah, let's see what Travis Kelce is. What's his ownership like? Are we actually gaining something by playing Kelce? 7% ownership? Not bad. It's definitely middle of the road in terms of tight end ownership. Nobody wants to pay that much. He would have to get me optimal 30 points. And that's what I'm looking for. So let's go there. Let's put Kelce in. I want to see if we can make a reasonable build. So we need to go to cheap receiver. I'm kind of starting from fresh here. You like Pringle? Man, Pringle just went off. It's hard for me to go back to him because then it feels like Tyreek Hill, they're going to try and get him more involved. I can see Pringle having an okay game, but another 20-point game, I can't be on him, man. Mahomes spreads the ball to like 5 different guys. If anything, it's Darrell Williams is like the chalk play. I haven't even really looked at the running back's projected ownership. 2 hours into the stream, I haven't even touched. So David Montgomery's 30% projected. Sony Michel, 24. Singletary, everybody's on Singletary now. Man, he's had a serviceable games. To be owned that much, are we expecting him? I mean, the run game is possible with that weather forecast. And Gibson's coming in at 20%. Rojo, 19. Jacobs, there's your Jacob play at 18%. Yeah, I don't like Pringle this week. I feel like one of the big boys on the Chiefs or Darrell Williams. Mahomes, when he loves throwing it to Darrell Williams, very comfortable throwing it to him. So let's look at that. Let's take Mixon out and put Darrell Williams in here. Let's take Kelce out. This is totally looking like a cash chalk lineup so far. I do like some Joe Mixon, but I just want to pull it out a little bit. I want to go back to my Noah Font play. I want to be on that. And my defense, let's go back to the Titans D. That's your low owned play. So here we are with 5,800. I got 2 receivers and a flex to kind of work through. We could go back to, man, I want to play A.J. Brown. I just feel like he's going to get like another 30. He's going to get back-to-back 30-point games. I can see him getting 31 fantasy points here. Same thing, basically another 12 targets, 8 catches, 120 yards, and a touchdown. I see him getting something very similar. And it's like they could have like a 2-score lead, and they're just still throwing it to him. Could we find A.J. Brown and Titans D optimal? That usually doesn't make sense. Everyone's like, you got to play a defense and then the running back. That's the only way you do it. So I don't know, man. It's different. It's unique. It's chalky, and then it goes back to because now if Derrick Henry is playing, then I'm not going to play A.J. Brown and Titans D. But it's like A.J. Brown is like the big offensive play. And the Dolphins, they do good against the run, don't they? Am I just speaking out my? Yeah, the Dolphins have been amazing against the run. 10 points, 9, 22, 8, 12, 8, 10, 15, 15, 19. The Buccaneers in October, they totally fixed it. Ever since they've been winning games, Miami has not been giving up any fantasy points to the running back. So Deontay Foreman, I mean, he had that good run called back, and then he did have a touchdown. But, man, they got a 3-headed committee there. A.J. Brown. Can we find – let's see if we can roll Titans D with A.J. Brown. It's just a smash game, and then Tua tries to make a play, and he throws a pick six. But Tua moved the ball down the field against the Saints. So I'm kind of curious if Titans – because if I'm playing Titans D, I want it to be a 15-point play at 3K. I need a defensive score. And I believe we'll get one from the Patriots. Patriots or Bills? Let's see what this could look like. AJ Green, man, is AJ Green like? Is he in the doghouse? That's right. I want to see if I could find something on this game. I can't touch Rondale Moore, man. I know he had that okay game. Well, he had a really good game a few weeks ago. But week 2, yeah, he smashed. Yeah, he hasn't done much since that ankle injury. AJ Green's got that. So now this guy is the same price as Van Jefferson, and he's in a better spot. But who is Diggs going to be covering? Is it AJ Green? I can see. I don't know what to think about it. What does the ownership guys think? So they have Christian Kirk projected at 10% ownership. AJ Green is at 0.5. So nobody's on AJ Green. For 5,300, you get a guy that nobody's on, or you can get a guy that's 10% projected ownership. So people are on Kirk. Man, I love you guys talking with me. I love GaLaXy BraINing this stuff. It's fun. I was fortunate enough to hit him on week 2. So I haven't been lingering on Rodell, but might be a good time to hop on the train. I don't know if he's going to be playing. If he does play, Kyler Murray's going to try and ball out. He definitely is. For 4K, it's not a bad play, especially with Kyler Murray as your quarterback. And you know He's gonna try and throw some deep balls. I don't know if Dallas is gonna move the ball down the field and have the lead, like a bigger lead where they're leaning on the pass game. But man, if I do that, then I gotta take Edmonds out. I don't want Edmonds and Rondell Moore without Kyler Murray. I want to roll with Trey Lance for the cheap. So it's either Edmonds or Rondell Moore, and I got to change my Edmonds play up. But I feel like Edmonds is like a lock, man. He's got to be catching so many more balls again. I can't think of playing any Cardinals skill players if I'm not playing Kyler Murray. I got to rock with Edmonds for this lineup. I want to find another guy that's 3K guy. Everyone's healthy back on the Chargers. I know you guys don't really like Herbert. So let's see if Trey Lance has a good game. Can we find someone optimal? I wish I was on Burkhead last week. I was on him last year. Burkhead had that 28-point game last year, and he did it again at least once this year. This is his first chance where he finally got a bunch of snaps, right? He was leaning in that direction. Man, how was I not on him? 4,500. He didn't even budge much. 5K for a Burkhead? Can't be on Burkhead. He don't do it back-to-back weeks. Man, that was a bad miss. I don't know, Cha-Cha. I'm kind of – and what do you go by, Young Nutrition? I can call you whatever by your names. I don't care, guys. Who else were we chatting with? Oh, Cash Charles. Hey, thanks, guys, for hanging out with me so far, man. I always enjoy looking at some of these bills, just chatting, especially if you're at night, just hanging out, man. I appreciate coming in and talking a little bit. I'm actually a little tired, but I want to finish this lineup. I'm trying to GaLaXy brain something with you guys. Can we go trying to see if I go with a 3K guy here. Man, everybody's healthy on the Raiders receiving side. Let's pay down from Patriots D just a little bit. Let's go back to that Bears D. So here I got average of 5K. So I can't do Diggs. I just want to see. I can get like a 6K guy. I could do the Waddle and the Brown. Looks like I'm back on this. I guess that's where my heart's trying to go. Nah, I'll just be plugging something in. That's not the direction. Man, I want to play Le'Veon Bell, but why does he see the field at all? There's no reason. He saw the field a little bit last week because they were blowing him out, but he doesn't know enough of the playbook. I wanna find a revenge game there, but he's just an insurance option. They got him because they didn't think Keyshawn Vaughn would step up, and he did last week. He actually looked good. Man, there had to be an injury. He doesn't know the system. I can't tell you to play Le'Veon Bell. Never in the flex. You can play him in the RB1 or 2, but sorry, man. I know you're trying to find something sneaky here. Dude, whatever happened to Marshall, man? What happened to this dude? What is Sam Darnold going to do? I know the Saints D, you never want to play against them, but it seems like they're exploitable a little bit. Darnold's going to try and come in there and do something, right? He's going to try to. In a dome game, so we're getting one game not in the inclement weather. And look at DJ Moore's price, $5,600. That's such a sexy price for a guy that has gotten 12 targets last week, 11, 10, 10, and he gets Sam Darnold back. And wasn't he smashing with Darnold? Look, week 2, week 3, week 4. Are we on to something here? How are we not on DJ Moore, even though it's the Saints D? Are we just scared because of the Saints D? DJ Moore is priced so low, $5,600. I'm putting him in this lineup. What's his ownership projection at? What are other people seeing the same thing? He has ownership at 12%. But man, this guy smashed with Sam Darnold. I gotta be on DJ Moore. There's not many games that are in great weather this weekend. And Sam Darnold, he's gonna be playing his heart out. He's not just gonna. He wants to prove that he's gotta. What do you guys think about that with DJ Moore? Like, you want the ownership of DJ Moore lower? 12%. I like it. It's middle of the road. No, it's not middle. It's near the top. Man, I'm getting a bunch of spam in here. I would do Chase Edmonds over Rojo all day. Rojo gets one fumble in the first quarter and he's benched. I mean, I hope not, but I don't know what to think of that game. I'm kind of mixed if Brady blows it up or he takes a back seat. I like the DJ Moore. I'm glad it's not super high ownership, but I'll take that. We got to see Sam Darnold come in here and think, what was I being successful at? I was targeting DJ Moore. I need to go back to targeting DJ Moore. I got no C-Mac. Now, can I go back to my A.J. Brown play? Do a couple one-offs? Do I get a Dallas? This is a bunch of one-offs. That's all right. Correlation, schmorrelation. Do we care about it? No. So let's say I ran this. Anybody at 46 I like? There's Bell at 4,500. I can't touch him, man. Had just 3 snaps from scrimmage. His lack of work was no surprise. You can't touch him. Please don't play him unless you play him in Showdown. And if you do play him and he smashes, hey, amazing play. Honestly, I'm not on him, man. So if you want to play him, you're more ballsier than I am, and I respect the hell out of that. So maybe I pay down from Noah Fant. I could do the Usoma run back from Jamal Williams. I'm not liking Usoma that much anymore since everybody's on him. I thought I was being sneaky with the play. Ricky Seals-Jones. It looks like, and he has no ownership, and that looks like a smash spot. He had a good game against them 2 weeks ago. 4 receptions, 29 yards, a bunch of targets. I like that. And that was Heineke back for that game? Man, how did Heineke fall off? Yeah, Heineke has not played the Eagles yet. Let's get him in this lineup. Let's get Ricky Seals-Jones in here. For 5,700, what can I run? Let's pay down from A.J. Brown. Let's see. Do I go with one of Burrow's big boys, Jamar Chase, or the safe Higgins? So Chase has not popped. So if he has a similar output like he did last week, but he gets a touchdown, he's clearly optimal. I don't see Higgins. I don't see him repeating that. But, man, his price, why is Chase so high? Is Burrow just going to be looking more at Higgins again? Oh, I don't like doing this, but hey, this lineup gives me this. I do this lineup. I got Lance, Jamal Williams, Chase Edmonds, Debo, DJ Moore, T. Higgins, Ricky Seals-Jones, Brandon Cooks, Bears D. So I get a run back with Trey Lance and Debo. I like it. Cooks has essentially smashed back-to-back weeks, even though he's on the COVID. Now he's back. Got Bears D. Hey, this isn't a bad lineup, man. Running back to the T. Higgins. I don't think it's as chalk because Ricky Seals is not chalk, so it's a little different. DJ Moore's a little different. Jamal Williams, he's got to be chalk, right? Chalk, chalk, chalk. Why are we so concerned about chalk? man, I don't know. I like Michael Carter too, especially if the Bucks are up big. Maybe he gets like 10 points in the receiving section. So that's my lineup for the stream, guys. Lance, Williams, Edmonds, Sam, Debo, DJ Moore, T. Higgins, Ricky Seals, Jones, Brandon Cooks, Bears D. Let's lock it in. Let's put it in a good one. Let's put it in the $20K $5 single entry. I like it. All right, man. I gotta clear my head for a second here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do another stream. Anybody out there want to talk some more DFS? Once I start talking too much, I start to get a big cloud, and I gotta take a break. I'm not used to just chatting. A lot of times when I set lineups, I don't say a freaking word for like an hour or two. Or if I'm sitting here, I don't like to sit here too long. I like to get up and walk around, go do some other things than sitting on a computer. I am on the computer more than I should be. But if I'm not doing DFS, usually I'm making a cool YouTube video. I love to edit. It's a lot of fun, man. I love using this technology. This is a blessing, having this opportunity to be sitting here on this beautiful technology that we have in our generation. It's a blessing, man. A lot of us take it for granted so much that we're so plugged into social media, plugged in to this lifestyle that we overlook how great we have it. And I know you guys don't want to hear that shit, man. I know it, but it's good to be mindful. It's good to take a step back and look and think, man, I have it good. I have it good. Living in the United States, I have it good here. Or wherever you're at. If you're in Canada, I know here in Florida, it's a little bit more relaxed. The weather's a little bit more warmer. When it's colder, things are more stiff. So it's my point of view that I'm kind of referencing, but man, I hope you guys enjoy the new year. Let's do a yoga mindful breath. I don't know if you guys done one with me. If you want to do it, you're more than welcome. You just got to take a break from whatever you're doing and just take a moment to chill. Just think about your breath. Think about being within and clearing out your mind. Hey, great. Hey, thank you, man. So yeah, I want to do a yoga mindful breath. So wherever you're at, guys, take a moment and just find some stillness, relax your body. I got to take my feet off. Try not to have any pressure anywhere. Bring your arms down by your side, softly close your eyes, and find a full exhale out the mouth. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release. Another deep breath in and release. Find this breath in and out. Clear the mind and enjoy yourself. Another deep breath in. Get a little bit more through the nose. A little bit more. Pause. Hold. Exhale. Release. One more time. Deep breath all at once. Pause. Exhale. Release. All right, man. Man, I felt good. It's just good to just do an exercise. You can do all different kinds of breathing exercise. There's so many different things. If it ever interests you, I'm going to be doing some more yoga flows on my yoga channel. I'm doing a suicide prevention awareness challenge in January. I'm really excited to do it. I got a little fundraiser set up. I could show it here. I'm done setting lineups, man. If you guys want to chat, we could chat on the Discord. I'm going to be up for another 2 minutes. I want to share my my challenge I'm doing. I'm gonna walk 100 miles. I'm gonna vlog it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I got a few buddies that want to come with me. Man, any form of suicide prevention is it's very important to bring attention to. I don't want to see anyone. It's gonna happen. I don't like knowing that someone was close to me or close to you, and they took their life or they did something unfortunate. And it's sad that it happens more often in military veterans than it does with the general population. I don't. I did 6 years in the Marine Corps. I mean, I did a bunch of BS shit, and I do have depression from time to time. We all have some things. I think the phone is the biggest reason why we have these issues that bother us, having this connection to things that could make us happy and sad all so fast, and we're so logged into this. I think it messes with us, man. It really does. But here, I want to show the challenge that I'm going to do. Oh, this is my Facebook. Sorry. Guess I'm not hiding anything, man. Oh, wait. I don't even have it up here. Hey, appreciate it, man. I really appreciate these vids, man. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. Do you do some type of or do you have a site, your Young Nutrition? Do you do like some form of diet? Are you have some health routine? You go to the gym? Well, is there something or that you do? I don't know, man. Just chatting. Let me see. I'm gonna show my fundraiser. Not saying just want to highlight. All right, here it is, man. Stop Soldier Suicide 100-mile challenge. I've got a few friends where my goal is $1,000. I raised $220 in 2 days. It's pretty good. Thank you guys for supporting it, man. I shared my story a few times on my yoga channel. I was training for a Marine Corps marathon, got hit by a car and broke my leg, had back spasms. Man, my back's still fucked up. That's why I found yoga. That's why I find DFS. I want to hit a lineup so that I could chill and I don't work too hard with my job, but man, it does wear on me a little bit. So yeah, everyone's got their shit. EJ, we don't need to hear about your fucking problems, man. We all got stuff going on. But hey, it's always good to bring awareness to things that may be troubling us. So anybody thinking about harming themselves or others, they need to get some form of help. And it doesn't have to be specifically see a mental health doctor. I'm no expert, of course. That is the best way to go. But sometimes someone that just needs to reconnect with an old friend, come out here, meet some people that want to hang out with you. This is what's good too, man. This is another form of connecting and building from a depressed mindset. You're a gym junkie. I used to love the gym, man. I used in the Corps, I'd be working out hardcore. I can still get some pull-ups. Pull-ups are still something that I haven't given up on. I can still knock out a good 15, 20 pull-ups. I'm gonna be tired, sore next month. I'm gonna run 100 miles in a month. I'm gonna do it. I'm excited to do it. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. So that was it. The other thing is the Discord page. If you guys want to join, we're over here on the Discord. It's an easier way to GaLaXy brain off each other. If anybody's like, EJ, I want to chat and talk, let's look at some stuff. We can totally look at some lineups. So here we are at the Discord page. I'll drop the link in the chat. All right, man. I think I'm good for just one lineup. I'm pretty toasted. I'm going to go lay down. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I'll chat with you over the weekend. Maybe Saturday night we'll do another stream. Be easy. Enjoy your Friday. And take care, guys.